What's going on YouTube? In today's video, it's gonna be a little funny story time for y'all, but an embarrassing one for myself. In this particular story time, I get a little under the influence of alcohol and shit myself. Nothing less, it is a good story time, so I hope you guys do leave a comment down below if you enjoyed it, and drop a like, turn on the notification bells, and subscribe so you guys can get more content. I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna get right into this damn banger. So this story time takes place about a year ago, right before I got in trouble with the law. I got a citation over some stupid ass shit that was a completely different situation, just lying to the police. And that's for a different video again. I know I say that a lot, but we'll get into I got a lot of videos that I can tell. But where this story time takes place is my homie Rocco's OC. Or I should say his old fucking OC. He didn't even live here at the point of this story. So he basically broke into his fucking house. It was his mom's old house that she just moved, I think a couple weeks or a couple months prior to this story time happening. And this was around the same time that I was kicked out. I got kicked out for having some pills on me that my parents found. And it was like, I think a couple weeks after treatment too. And I just turned 18. I was freshly 18 because when I got the citation, it was like 2 weeks after I turned 18, which it is fucked. I was a stupid ass. I didn't even think like an adult at the time. I was just a complete dumbass. And if you guys are wondering why I'm usually more quiet, it's early in the morning. It's 8 o'clock. I'm tired. I just woke up. But back on topic though. So the first day of the OC. The first day of the OC was a couple days after I first tried shrooms, which is another goddamn story time. That's a completely different story. And why I mention this is because while on the trip, which was the worst trip of my life, by the way, Rocco mentions that we can just go to his OC. Well, and I was just tripping, bro. I was just making fun of Rari and calling him names and shit. And we just didn't go, which kind of led the trip to be bad, in my opinion. So that was the first time of the supposed OC being mentioned. So Rari and I link up with Rocco and we walk to his OC. So the OC's in a little nice gated community. They're like little townhomes. So when we get inside, of course, the first thing we had to do is just hotbox the crib. And I remember so vividly, bro, we had nothing to roll up. I didn't even know how to roll up at the time. This was a fat fucking minute ago. Like the derelicts we were, we just used a can and I hated it. I remember like I used to do cam bongs all the time before treatment, but like after going in there, I became a new man. I couldn't handle that shit. I just couldn't handle like how the smoke tasted like inside the aluminum. It would just fucking burn my lungs and it would just like make my mouth taste like shit and fucking metal. But I do take a couple good hits for the homies, of course. And Rari and I literally just prior to this event happening, I just remembered that's literally what we were doing. So Rocco lives in a completely different city. He lives like about half an hour car ride from us. So Rari and I had to bus to him. And right before we went to his OC and linked up with him, we went to, I think it was a Target. Yeah, it was a Target. And we hit the fattest fucking lick on Delsum to human man existence. I mean, like we took like, I think 5 boxes each and we almost got caught. There was this old dude that just pulled up behind us as I was putting the fucking Delsum boxes into Rari's backpack. He literally came up and he was just talking to us about COVID shots and he was asking us if we ever had our COVID shots and we tell him yeah. And he basically tells us to say no the next time we get our shots, which was kind of weird, but I'm just glad his ass was senile or some shit. He didn't see us hit the fucking biggest lick on Delsum. I mentioned this because Rari brings out the Delsum while we were with Rocco in the OC and I don't think Rocco took Delsum. Correct me if I'm wrong if he's in the comments down below in this video. I do remember I took a little small amount because I've never had Delsum specifically. I've had DXM, just never had DXM in liquid form. I do remember taking a couple shots because the whole house was literally just riddled with fucking Delsum boxes all over. But we only had a couple shots. We weren't even into the good part yet. Rocco finally pulls out the bottle of Captain Morgan and boy, our little fiend asses were fucking geeked. So after just grilling at the OC for a couple hours, sipping on that stolen Mountain Dew, Rocco finally decides to go, because he did say he was gonna just stay the whole night with us. But he was on the phone with his sister half the damn night, and she was kind of just, she was saying some shit that obviously she wouldn't do just so he can come home. She was basically manipulating him for her dad because he wasn't even supposed to be with us at the time. He wasn't even supposed to be with Rari. Him and Rari have a damn restriction order against each other. So we dap him up and he calls the Uber. And when the Uber picks him up, or I should say before the Uber picks him up, I apologize, he gave us the bottle of Captain Morgan. He said to us, just don't drink it all, which we don't. Rari and I do get blessed though. So shout out Rocco, because this night, holy fuck, more so Rari than I get fucked up. So we first start our binge by taking Delsum, which I myself kind of lied to Rari. I told him I'd do some. I told him I told him I'd drink half of the bottle and he was gonna drink the other half, which he does fulfill his statement and he drinks half the bottle. And I was already pretty fucking drunk from the Captain Morgan. I took like 4 shots. I think like 5 around the time that we took the Delsum. But we didn't even stop there though. We were watching South Park, I remember. We were trying to watch South Park. I forgot what specific episode we were watching at the time. And forgetting I do, because that's the last thing I remember that night. But I do remember before I fucking black out, Rari and I just passed the bottle like 4 or 5 different times. We like finished quarter of the damn bottle. And I wake up the next day with a massive hangover. And poor Rari, he was supposed to go to school, but he missed his bus. I do remember we eventually link with Rocco, and JV does come later on. And this is when the fucking story time gets juicy in my pants, literally. So we were going to Sam's Club. I think we were going to Sam's Club or Walmart, one of those two, because we were gonna hit a fucking lick. More like Walmart. Sam's Club, that's hard. You can't really do it at Sam's Club like that. But we were gonna Walmart because we were gonna hit a fat fucking lick because we were some devious ass kids. I do remember the specific older couple walking past me. And that's when I thought it would be funny to fart. And as you already know, I sharted myself. And that was the most fucking... Oh, that was so fucked. That was such a fucked day. And it was a Captain Morgan. You know how I know? Is because Captain Morgan makes you shit. Because Rari told me that and I did search it up. And it's called the Morgan shits. So that was the most fuck shit I've ever had to deal with. Literally fuck shit. So we go into Kohl's. And we go in the bathrooms. And I say we because literally us 3 do go in there. Because Rocco and Rari are trying to fuck with me as like I'm putting my fucking underwear down the toilet. And I don't give no fuck. You can laugh at me. You can suck my ass, bro. That shit was so unexpected. I'm fucking geeked right now. I'm just laughing at myself. So after throwing the evidence down the toilet, hit a fat lick. And I'm pretty sure that's when we link up with JV. And we did more other things, but that's for another fucking story time. Again, I apologize for repeatedly saying that, but I hope you guys do like the story. It was a shitty situation, nothing less, but if you guys have a fucking story like this, comment down below. I don't know, like if you guys shit yourself before off of Captain Morgan, because I know damn well I'm not the only motherfucker who shitted himself off of Captain Morgan. It's called the Morgan shit, so you can search it up. So leave a comment down below if you have or not, I don't know, or if you just like Captain Morgan, or if you like the video, that'd be cool. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.